Hey everyone, we back from our break. It's hour number 2, and we are back. And Wreckage is still coughing. It's not just a character thing. We were all very, very shocked and surprised.
But it does add to the characters.
It does, yeah. Everyone's coughing in this world
Just every
because
time I cough, imagine Maximilian slowly dying off where he's. That's what's happening over there. I'm just reminding you about that steak.
All right, Rick, why don't you take it away and let's get this puppy started again.
Apollo Stingray.
Apollo Stingray.
It's the start of spring 1936. It's only been a couple weeks since you got back from your covert operations in Germany. There was a minor fanfare. There were cakes. You received some kind of medal. You didn't really catch the details.
I put that in a box.
You put it in a box.
Shoebox?
Hat box.
With a special pair of boxing gloves.
Yeah.
You, I imagine you got back to the same routine that you were on before. I mean, you've just finished putting your mother up in a better place with the money you made. She's happy where she is. You're happy where you are. And it's back to the docks to fight random sailors.
Did I not get some sort of stipend?
Oh yeah, you got
well
stipend? What do you mean?
money.
You did get money. That's how you put your mother up in a better place.
Oh no, the docks is just how you spend Thursdays and Fridays. It's just like your thing to do.
Yeah. No, I'm working on my book,
Oh, you're working on a book.
my memoir.
Oh,
of the
really?
days of my. It's a book that chronicles the life of a person that's totally not Apollo Stingray in a country that's totally not England, but which chronicles the events of the previous few weeks.
I see. So,
It's a journal. It's a lot of life lessons, a lot of sagely wisdom,
occasional
basically of Apollo's life.
Some stuff about whittling in there. So you're just getting hot on your book, I guess. You're really getting into it.
Well, there's like crumpled up pieces of paper all over the place. Something's missing.
Yeah, right. And you think about the parts that are going to be really cool all the time, and you talk about it a lot down at the bar.
Yeah, I do.
There's going to be this one part, man, where the submarine explodes. You don't want to miss it.
In case everyone was wondering, they're referencing a game that no one will ever see that happened with Apollo Stingray in it, which was a sort of like a test environment for Hollow Earth Expedition before it came on to Die Party. So, thanks guys.
You're welcome.
It's like a giant
Yeah,
in
that
joke
makes it
that no
interesting.
one knows about.
Why
so-
ruin it, Dave?
It's the
I mean, they haven't even gotten to the
storytelling-
aliens and the nukes yet.
Oh my god.
It's a storytelling strategy, Dave.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It's
It's what we call making the listener
Australian shit. Anyway, you are really into this whole book writing thing when you receive a familiar looking letter.
I open.
Gold leaf trim.
And
Dear Mr. Stingray, Her Majesty's government would like to see you. Post haste. Gives an address. You recognize this letter. It's the same letter that called you into service previously.
Is there any sort of anything else in the envelope?
No,
Is that all it says?
it gives an address, but I don't have the time or energy to make up a fictional address, so it gives you an address.
Got it.
Gotcha.
Well, if that's the case, I will gather up my my crumpled up pieces of paper, and I will throw them in the wastebasket. and I will. You know, I've got a book. I've got like a journal that's got like a lock on it, like a little clasp,
Uh-huh.
and I'll close that up.
Yep.
And I guess I'll see. I guess I'll put on my coat, my very nice coat that I paid for with Her Majesty's money.
Yeah. The finest money.
Be on my way. And I will immediately depart. Not a
Damn
word to
British royalty monies.
Pounds and pounds sterling.
We'll have to take a train.
I obviously had to get the coat specially made for my.
Are you living in London?
Ooh,
Yes.
All right.
Please tell me the coat comes with sewn-in boxing gloves.
No,
No,
I don't use boxing gloves.
Oh
He's
yeah,
a
you're bare knuckle.
pugilist. That's a bare
Alright.
knuckle boxer.
So,
He, you can take a taxi because it's London, and you go to a nondescript looking little tea shop.
I prefer to walk.
Oh, you prefer to walk? You walk for quite a ways, but you get to a nondescript little tea shop in the heart of London, and
So nondescript about it.
well, it is
You
you know
describe
it's a certain color, and there are furniture in places. And, you know, it's underneath another building, next to another one,
Sure.
near a corner. It's very nondescript.
I had to stop in and get some mustache wax.
Sure, okay, you got
Right.
mustache wax.
2 pints worth.
You can have that for free. I won't even make you, expend your starting
I don't have
money.
any
on
money
mustache.
written down.
Good, yeah, good. You enter this tea shop, which is the address you were given. Excuse me. And there's a cute little waitress, pretty little young thing. And when she sees you, she immediately says, "Your table's ready, sir."
Do I know you?
"Right this way, please, Mr. Stingray," she says.
I look back at the exit door, and I wonder if I've entered the wrong building by mistake.
Well, she does say your name.
Yeah. Okay, I'll look back at her, and I look around. Who else is in there?
Nobody.
I've learned to be on my toes.
Yeah, there's nobody else in here.
You said it's spring, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so not coat. I'd put on a jacket.
Okay.
And is there a barkeep or something? Oh, it's a tea shop. Never mind. All right,
Yes.
I'll follow. Just cover. I'll look up in the rafters. Anybody hiding up there? No. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually, one of those like trimmed ceilings, with the pattern. You know what I mean? It's very nondescript. Anyway,
Sure.
she leads you to a back, a chair in the back. There's a chair at a table, right in the back in a little alcove, all by itself, sort of. And she motions for you to sit down, gives you a menu.
A menu. What's on the menu?
Bunch of different types of tea.
No.
It's just like a little card, really. Like it's not a multi-page.
Apollo doesn't know what any of this means, and he doesn't even look at it.
He's writing a
Green
book,
gold
but he
thing.
can't fucking read. Is that what you're saying?
No, I can read, but as far as I know, there's only one tea.
Which tea is
I'm not
that?
a tea. Apollo's not a tea enthusiast.
Okay.
You're
Oh,
British.
great.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What kind of tea? Tea.
You sit at the table, though?
I'll sit at the table. I'll kind of look around, keep my back to the wall. I'll put my chair up against the wall,
Yeah,
and
wow.
I'll sit that way.
Okay, so you keep your back to your wall, you shift your eyes around.
Yeah.
She goes to walk away as if to get your tea, and I need an athletics check.
I don't like the sound of that.
This is what happens
Absolutely.
when two GMs
Well,
play with each other.
The worlds collide.
Holy
2.
shit. This game.
You feel a sudden sensation of imbalance as your chair tips backwards.
What?
Which is impossible. You set it up against the wall. You quickly reach for something to stable yourself, but you can't. You're falling back into a slit in the wall. The entire wall is folded in on itself, including the table and the chair, but the table and the chair don't seem to fall over with you. You slide down a slide backwards in the darkness before coming to rest on a red cushion.
Does my tea follow?
There is no tea.
Oh.
She hadn't gotten you your tea yet.
I don't know. I assume she slid it out after me.
No.
Okay, fine. Red
Service
cushion,
here
got
is terrible at this nondescript tea
I see
shop.
that. Yeah.
You are in
Okay,
a
cushion.
sterile white room. Across from you is a double door with the royal seal on it.
Uh-huh. I guess I'll stand up. I'll turn around and I'll look kind of back up the slide.
Yeah, the thing is folded back closed up there.
Yeah, of course it is. Okay, I'll stand up and walk across to the door. And I'll knock. No, I won't knock. I'll bang.
You'll bang! Come in. You
Hey, what's the big idea?
You hear come in from the other side.
Fine, I'll go in. Angrily.
You open the door, and inside you find a quaint little office. Oaken desk, filing cabinet, coat rack, hat stand. On the hat stand is a gray little bowler. And sitting at the desk is the man with the umbrella from before. You know that guy.
Oh, that
do.
guy. Yeah, now I know that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. I say, I'll open the door and I'll do like the thing where I kind of slowly take another step as I look all around the room.
It's definitely an
I've
office.
already regarded him.
There's a British flag in one corner.
Yeah, of course there is.
Union
British
Jack.
flag. I'll say,
There's tea at the desk.
what's... Oh,
He's
good.
having tea. He's got tea
Oh,
for you.
there's my tea.
Yes, do please
Say,
sit.
what's
He's
the
he seems to be writing in a
idea?
book or writing on some papers. He's staring down at his desk, clearly working. But he does tell you, do please sit. Have some tea.
Was the tea shop necessary?
Well, surely you must appreciate that we must be covert in our operations.
Not really. I'll sit down.
Well, that's all right.
I've never been a covert person.
Well, that seems to work for you. And that's all Her Majesty's government cares about.
I imagine my hand is about 3 times the size of this teacup as I try to drink my tea.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. It's very comical.
Speaking of which, an old friend of yours has been spotted in Shanghai. He casually, without looking up from the papers that he's working on, slips a black and white photo, as they all were, across the desk. And you see, other than a otherwise nondescript scene at some random dock somewhere, a crate that has the emblem of the Thule Society on it.
Which is for the folks playing at home.
Which is, for the folks playing at home, a dagger with a swastika behind it. The dagger is more prominent than the swastika.
Damn.
What is behind the dagger?
They just randomly just have this printed on a crate, huh?
Yep.
Wow. That's like Dr. Evil shit right there.
It is 1936. It's before World War II. The Nazis are just the Nationalist Party of Germany. They haven't even invaded anybody.
Ah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
I'll say. I understand. You called it. You came to the right person.
Indeed, we did. Her Majesty's government is willing
I
to.
growl a little bit.
Her Majesty's government is willing to pay your way to Shanghai and track down your old enemy. Give them what for?
I'll say, what do you know so far?
Well, we know that they're traveling under the guise of a state-funded archaeological expedition. They have some legitimate archaeologists on their among their number. They're heading to Shanghai, but knowing the Thule Society as you do and as we do, thanks to your effective intel, we know that they're after something strange in the Orient, and we'd rather you get there and put a stop to them. You're our only agent with any experience with the Thule Society. We feel it is only wise to send you.
Just me? What about the rest of them?
Unfortunately, the others are indisposed or uninterested.
I'll take the picture and I'll look at it a little closer.
It's definitely a oriental dock somewhere. The buildings are oriental in nature.
Where's this place again?
Shanghai. A major trading hub.
Which is where?
It's on the eastern coast of China.
I've heard of that.
Center of the opium trade. Organized crime runs rampant.
Yeah, who knows what those damn Krauts could be up to.
Yes,
there.
definitely. We have an embassy in Shanghai. You will be able to contact one of our local agents, whose expertise is the region, for additional information if necessary. That is to say, you won't be high and dry.
Leaving? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That is to say, you won't be high and dry, is all he says.
Mm-hmm. What happens now?
Well, when you're ready, we will send you on your way.
I'm ready now. Born ready.
Haha, good attitude.
How's
For the duration of this operation, your code name will be Stingray.
Okay.
How original.
Sounds accurate.
Well, we're not exactly creative over here. We're just doing our job.
Just English.
If you want to... If you're sure that you don't need to prepare or take anything with you, then we can send you straight to the airport.
Well, I need to sort some affairs out, of course.
Of course. Well, as soon as you're ready, you just pop right back here, and I'll give you your plane tickets.
All right, thank you, Mr.
That's a hint.
I know it's a hint, Jacob. He's not answering. Jesus.
Well, you could have just said that.
All right then, Mister. I'll just sounds good. I'll back out. And,
Cheerio.
How do I get out of here?
When you back out of the room, you see that the slide has been replaced with a staircase. Somehow.
Nazi magic.
Ooh. Yeah, Nazi magic, clearly.
Mhm.
I'm suspicious of that guy. He might be secretly German, but
He has a
I'll
British
go back up.
accent that I could do if I didn't have a cold right now.
oh, yeah, that's a likely story. I go back up the
You
stairs.
heard my British accent for that guy before.
You make it sound like a German spy wouldn't have a fake accent. It wouldn't be a very good spy otherwise, you know?
Well,
Going back-
considering that this spy has organized at least one successful operation against the Germans, that wouldn't really make much sense.
A likely story.
Likely stuff.
Likely
Good cover.
story.
Good cover.
Mhm.
Right under their nose.
Okay.
Yeah, I go back up the
I
stairs.
guess this guy is secret now.
Is the waitress still in there?
Yes.
Pardon?
Is the waitress still in there?
Yeah, you get up and the secret panel opens again, and the waitress is, she just smiles and nods.
Suspicious. She might be German too. Yeah, I'll exit, and I will. First of all, I will go to the library and find out where China is at on the map.
All right.
Then I
See it
will.
on the map. You find
Yeah.
this exact map that you're looking at right now.
Oh,
For everyone
fascinating.
playing at home, this is this map here. Let me just send to this little.
And I will go and I will tell my mother that I am going to Malaga, which is an island off the coast of Spain,
Okay.
which is a vacation spot for English people.
Okay. You know what?
I will
Bonus.
be
with
gone,
accuracy.
and I will be gone for 2 weeks. I'll say,
Your mother doesn't have the best sense of
Lying.
time anyway.
lying extremely effectively because she's 90 years old.
What? You're going to Gallica?
Yeah.
Bring me back
Have a
some
nice trip,
carrots.
dearie.
I
I
love
hope that
Gallica
nice
carrots.
See while you're gone.
I say I'll bring her some decorative, flatware.
Ooh,
Cer-
how
ceramic
lovely and
carrots.
thoughtful. You're such a good boy, Francis.
I go pack a bag which contains my magical boxing gloves and
Wait, seriously? Magical boxing glove?
yeah, don't worry about it. And my book,
Okay.
Yeah.
and my book and that's all I have actually. A gun that I have from the previous adventure, and my Luger or whatever, my German pistol.
Damn it, you got a Luger?
Never-
You son of a bitch. I wanted
I
a
guess
Luger.
that's what they had.
Anyway, it's all good.
I guess that's all I really need. I got some clothes. I got my vest, my single vest that I wear everywhere,
Yeah.
and my army boots.
Yep. All right.
That's all I get. And I go back. Well, next day I'll make them sweat it out a little bit. Then I'll go the next
You
day.
go back next day. He'll give you your plane tickets. It's for Royal Imperial, the best airliner of the era. It's a flight to Shanghai, but it's the 1930s. There's no plane that can make the entire trip in one go. There's like 12 stops or whatever.
Oh, that's rough. There's no TSA though, so
So there's that.
yeah.
So it's a much gentler cavity search than normal.
Dave, bring the map up
Whatever.
again.
All right, sure. Map is up. Map away.
Do you get on the plane, Paulo?
Yeah, I tried to write this section of the book down on the flight,
All right.
despite how difficult that may be. My handwriting's not very good anyway, so it's even
Ooh.
worse.
Animate a little
roll
Apollo
twenty.
head just like
Hold on a
going wee.
Yeah, really.
All right. You take a flight from London to south of France.
Oh.
Yeah, to Egypt.
Okay.
Egypt to India.
Stay forever. Great. Awesome.
India to Hong Kong. Hong Kong to Shanghai.
I am in awe of everything that I see. And
Wow,
his mustache.
clouds.
I make detailed but inaccurate notes.
How many days do you think it took?
I'm sure a journey like that in the 1930s took at least a week.
Okay.
Still not bad, considering.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
I'm
you
very
even
imposed.
typed on
I have a lot of muscles. That's all I can say. That's all I got.
it. Muscles to withstand.
Extremely relevant, I'm sure.
Yes.
My strength is 5.
I expected more oohs and ahs from the seamless reproduction of the Indiana Jones.
I like it. I think
red
it's
line.
great. You need like you need to like draw it out one step at a time though.
Yes.
Oh, whoop! I wasn't zoomed in right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you
Well,
redo the
Jones
whole thing
line,
for
I-
just? So,
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, we need to zoom in and see it go slowly. We need to follow it.
Yeah.
Well,
Is that
unfortunately, Roll20's functionality is limited.
Yeah.
It can only do things in chunks.
Yep.
Things only appear after I'm done drawing them.
That's it.
Anyway,
All right, you will land in Shanghai, but before that, we will revisit the others.
Mhm.
You've all been given plane tickets and instructions to meet at the airport for a flight leaving at noon on Saturday. When do you show up individually?
Well, I assume that Rex would potentially, like, I don't know. I mean, is cabs aren't like how does people get to the airport normally in New York City? Does anyone know?
Cab, probably.
Cab? Well, then
Yeah.
I'd probably get a cab. I'd probably arrive, you know, like a little bit early, just a smidgen, mostly so that I can. I was told that I'd be associating with a team of people, so
Uh-huh.
yeah, I want to sort of be the first one there so that I can see them coming and maybe scope out people as they come in, sort of thing. So
So you're there a couple hours early, maybe?
I wouldn't say an hour, maybe 30 minutes early.
Okay.
okay.
What are the other
I'm gonna
people's timetables for
Um,
showing up?
I'm gonna swing by the library first. I figure I'm gonna want to get a book or something. And I've heard about these weird. Since we're going towards Japan, China, and I know very little about all things Asiatic, I'm gonna see if I can find a book on these weird little poems I've heard called like haikus, I think, or something. And
Yeah.
take that with me, and I'll get there. I guess normal time to meet the thing. I'm not like super excited about having to do this stuff for mob people, so I'm
Yeah.
not putting a lot of effort into getting there on time, but I'll get there on time.
Okay.
I'd probably maybe arrive a little bit early, a few minutes early. Sure. Needed to be make sure I look good after all.
Yeah.
And during the past week before we would have gone, before we would have gone, I would have gone and brushed up on what I know about any interesting current finds in the local area that we're going to be going to for archaeological wise.
Just
Anything
so,
interesting.
just so you know, Wreckage.
All right. Do you have an
Rex did-
investigation roll?
Ooh.
Oh, alright. I don't have investigate, unfortunately. I'm
Investigate
pretty sure.
is intelligence if you want to do that.
Yeah,
All right.
so-
So roll your basic intelligence.
Alright. Oh, 3d2.
Yeah, you don't find any anything about any recent finds in, say, the Shanghai area.
I want to do a little bit of an investigation roll,
Sure.
maybe even a medicine roll. I'll leave that up to your discretion, Wreckage, about about potential cures that Maximilian could be sending me after, because I assume that's what he's after, and I assume it's something to do with the lungs. So let's go with that.
Being the 30s,
All right,
you
sure.
see
Why
a-
don't you give me an investigation roll?
Investigation or medicine? What do you think is more appropriate? I guess investigation.
Investigation.
All right.
Medicine would be to determine if you think it can work.
Holy
if you,
fuck.
You find a bunch of
God
stuff
damn.
about people
Okay.
who believe in sort of herbal cures, you know, acupuncture, mysticism of the Orient, grounded up rhino horn, ivory, you know, grounded up mummies,
Yep.
all sorts of hokey pokey cures from Oriental stuff. Nothing that would be super hard to acquire.
Okay, so
that-
here's what I want to sort of get from this. I don't really want like secure information or anything, but I want to sort of come up with something that can resemble whatever it is that I'm trying to get. Because during this research, obviously, I've worked out that it's probably bogus. So what I would like is to sort of like get an idea of what sort of the substance looks like, so that people would, consume basically. So if it's rhino horn, it's like a white powder. If it's like, herbs or something like that, it might be like.
I mean, all of these things have detailed descriptions of what they are.
Okay. Yeah. Is there any sort of like
none of them-
semblance between them in terms of resemblance?
I mean, lots of grounded up stuff. That seems to be a common theme in
Okay.
Oriental medicine.
Yeah. Alright, that's what I'm after basically. If I have to fake it, I can then basically. Well, attempt to fake it at least a little bit. So that's what I'm looking at here. Yeah. But other than that, I don't do any sort of.
Your keen investigatory sense. Excuse me.
Max, get out of here.
Your keen investigatory senses tell you that none of these cures make sense, since he would be able to acquire pretty much any of them.
I assume if he's
this
deathly ill, he would be fucking desperate for most things.
Right.
So I
The
assume,
thing is,
Yeah.
he wouldn't need this whole hullabaloo for any of the stuff you found on any of the lists. Like he could go down to Chinatown and get half of this
Oh
stuff.
yeah, that makes sense. I see what you're getting at now. Yeah.
He may have to, special order one or two things. It's nothing that he would need to send an expedition out to get.
True.
So, while you get a sense for the state of sort of mystical Chinese cures, you're pretty sure you're not on the trail yet,
Okay.
so to speak.
All right. Yeah. No worries. That's cool. But I don't do
All right,
I don't do anything about Shanghai or anything of that. Basically, I just wanted to investigate that.
Right? Yeah. No. Well, you
Go with the
get
gut feeling and stuff.
you get plenty of stuff. I mean, that's not nothing.
Okay. Cool.
You are the first to arrive at the at the hangar. They don't have, like, say, terminals. They have hangars.
Mm-hmm.
You're the first to arrive at the hangar of player characters, but there are some cronies, etc., loading supplies onto this big old cargo plane.
All right. I'll make my way over to the plane.
It is a, steel exterior, not painted or anything. 2 engines on either side, propeller, obviously.
Mhm.
Jets don't exist yet. Well, they do, I think, but they're not in wide production.
Yep.
You see a bookish-looking man directing some of the people who are loading cargo onto the plane. You see the black car that is famous for Maximilian and his cronies. Parked alongside the hangar. You can definitely see Benny and Henry inside, and you think you see Max, but you're not sure through the tinted windows.
Okay. Well, I'll just make my way over to the plane and watch them load it. Maybe see if I can get anything about what they're putting into the plane. But,
You don't even need an investigation roll. They're clearly loading in supplies of all kinds.
Okay. Does it look like a lot of supplies, or is it just?
Tools, pickaxes, shovels, brushes, satchels, food, water, tents.
Yep.
Things like that.
Okay. Well, I just sort of wait, I guess. If anyone approaches me, then yeah, that's fine. But I just wait.
No one approaches you specifically.
Cool.
Next person to show up is Derek.
Yep.
You see Professor
Clendon.
Clendon. You see Professor Clendon directing some thuggish-looking people in loading up gear onto the plane.
So I'm gonna approach him and basically just kind of I just kind of casually asked him, so who's the hired help? So
Oh, Derek! Oh, don't worry about these guys. They're just they're working with our patron, our benefactor. Every every dig needs funding. These are just they're just with him. Don't worry about it. You stick with me. You don't have to. Well, on second thought, don't stick with me, but stay away from them.
Sure
Keep to
thing.
yourself, Derek.
Sure thing. That's what
Professor
you
Flint is my
want.
favorite character.
Yeah.
This. I don't know what's wrong with him. Seems a bit on edge.
He definitely does seem a bit on edge.
Fucking
Very
love
frantic.
Derek, man. Oh my god.
Excuse me.
Maximilian is off to the side.
Yeah.
Well, he actually is. And you can go ahead and take your seat in the plane. Seats are quite comfortable, very big. You know, this is before the profitization of air travel. You know,
Also, I
where they
assume
try to
something
cram-
like this is sort of privately owned, even.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, but definitely nice. It was before they tried to get as many seats as they possibly could in every plane. So basically, a first class experience insofar as leg room.
Okay.
All right. I'm obviously gonna keep my bag with me. Partly because I don't know. I also because I actually brought my handgun along with me, like I usually do to dig sites. Never know when something bad might come up with maybe the locals.
Yeah, no, certainly wise.
I don't have a lot of
Yeah,
stuff
you
with
got no
me.
problem.
I just have a simple bag, so I just throw it under the seat in front of me. Like basically, I would board after I see other people boarding. Like I wouldn't be the first one on board.
Derek might be the first person to board as a passenger.
Yeah.
Everyone else seems busy putting cargo in the back.
Yep.
Strathorn, you're next.
Mm-hmm. All right, I walk on up, counting to 5 and 7 on my hands, trying to think like, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and take a look around. So I guess I'm seeing everybody in the plane. They're putting the last couple odds and ends in there.
Yeah. In fact, Benny will get out of the car and direct you to start helping them. There's a few more boxes that need to get. They're being wheeled by those fulcrum wheelie thingies. I don't know. I don't know exactly what they're called actually, but they're managing to get the boxes up into the belly of the plane, so to speak, and he directs you to start helping.
Now, remind me again, are the other player characters, are they helping load or no?
No, they went up into the passenger
Yeah,
part.
I look at
that,
I look at Balaclava and I say,
and you did not see that. You don't know that.
I don't know. I just didn't want to move the damn things anyway. I'm like, you didn't pay me to move boxes. You're paying me for security. If you know my background like that, and I get into the plane.
Slow down there, mister. We're paying you to help. You help how we say you help. And that means carrying boxes, and if that means shooting people, then that means shooting people. We're not at the shooting people part yet, so you're lifting boxes.
If I got a box in my hand, I can't draw a pistol.
This is the New York International Airport. You ain't gotta shoot anybody here.
That's what they said about Paris, pal.
I don't think they
Except
said
for
that
the
about Paris
airport.
during the war. He
No,
says.
you know the idea. All right, is there any
They
like?
said you're going to shoot a lot of people there.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to check.
This whole war
You
thing.
better bring a gun.
Pretty much just
Yeah.
shooting people. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. You're gonna shoot some people.
Yeah. Nice.
So I say, hey, look, you got me for security. You don't got me. I'm not a. I guess yeah. I'm not. Even though the situation, the timing's right. I'm not going to use any like racial terms or whatnot. Like I'm not some baggage handler person.
Racial term, baggage handler.
Well, I was gonna say like I guess I thought coolie is like a handler person, but I think that's also a racist term against Indians, so I don't really want to use that.
Okay.
But I feel like the character would have, but whatever. Like I'm no bad boy.
This is a particular time and place, but at the same time, this is not HBO.
Yeah, I'm not. So
Our goal is not to be perfectly realistic.
So, I'm no bag boy. Son.
Yeah, we haven't seen any tits either, though, so it's not really HBO either. So.
I mean, we aren't using the cameras, or else Dave, guy we call him for this one. But
People can see me. People can see me.
all right.
And the amount of time it takes you to argue the cargo's all loaded anyway.
Okay.
Point
Okay.
Yeah,
taken.
success.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah. didn't
I look at
imaginatively
Ball Club,
load the
Huck
boxes.
looking on the ground and get in the plane.
Yeah, nice. Good stuff. I like this
Like a
characters. Yeah.
So
Balaclava doesn't know whether you should like you or hate you at this point.
I'd be okay with hate actually. But
With the cargo fully loaded, several of the people who are helping to load the cargo also get on board the plane. They all look thuggish, like like they're from the streets. They probably are. All told, there's at least, including me and Henry, who both also get on the plane. There's at least 4 other people who appear to be with them.
Do I recognize them?
Yeah, I mean you know at least 2 of them are mafia affiliates. Waiting to be inducted into the family.
And I assume the other one is the professor.
No, the professor doesn't appear to be with them.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't appear to be with anybody. He has his nose in some old books.
Yeah.
He actually seems to be pretty set up in his seat with lots of different books and writing materials sitting around him. He seems to be completely out of place.
Can I actually sit next to him? Out of curiosity. How are the
There's
space?
so much space that
Roll
no
to
one's
hold
really sitting
hands.
next to anybody. So if you do, it'll be kind of weird.
All right, I wanna sit sort of like. Is it like a train seat where like they're back to back? They face each other like, or is it like a?
No, they never did that on planes. They were always front facing.
Okay. Well, then I'd sit across the aisle from him.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can at least manage that.
Cool.
Mhm.
All right, and Rex and everybody else, besides the people who are clearly affiliated with the mafia, you notice each other who don't appear particularly affiliated with the mafia as far as outward appearances are concerned.
Yeah. The only one that sticks out to me is like some slick looking shit who has a smug face on. Which is your character, Jacob, by the way, but
Slick shit.
yeah, but I don't like he doesn't appear to be he looks like he speaks a lot of shit basically, like I've seen his type before. But I haven't he doesn't look affiliated with anyone, so
I just like to say that Derek probably at this point probably be reading some I guess some sort of what would be it whatever academic journal that would be appropriate. I forgot to research that, but he'd probably be
Actually, maybe like a New Yorker or some like really nose in the air like magazine or journal or something.
I was thinking
Publication.
mostly maybe like an Asian dialect book, maybe probably. I don't know.
I mean, he's way out of his water for this one. The languages he's proficient in is Spanish and Portuguese.
Yeah.
He ain't no shit.
But you're linguistics, right?
Yeah, I have linguistics.
So maybe that's what you're reading, just to sort of be able to sort of like semi-communicate with you.
Linguistics for Dummies, the
Yeah.
book.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
There we go. Mhm.
Well, right now though, I mean seriously, he probably would be reading some sort of academic journal.
Okay.
Maybe catching up on anything he's missed in the past couple months.
So we've got Homer and Haddock, we've got Balaclava Benny, and we've got 2 other people.
No, 4 other thugs.
4 other
unnamed.
thugs. Okay.
Oh, they're coming with us?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. They
And
were
then
helping
we've
load the
got
plane to get on.
Professor Clendon, and then we've got 2 other player characters on the plane.
Yep. You haven't met Professor Clinton yet. You don't know his name.
Yeah, but I see a guy nose deep in a
Yep.
pile of books, and I'm interested. So
Yeah.
No, this is a private charter, big old, like, we're taking the straight to the site, right?
You're taking it to
Are we-
L.A.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess if I guess we were ready to take off then, I assume.
Yeah, the plane will eventually take off. We'll do the Indiana Jones thing on the map. New York to L.A.
My phone
In
rings,
LA.
so-
Excuse me. In LA, you board a ship. The cargo is transferred over to said ship, and you set sail across the ocean.
Okay.
A
Haven't
journey
seen
that
any
will take at least several weeks.
Haven't seen any red lines yet. During that time, I would have introduced myself to Clinton.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get to the people around me. I mean, I'm stuck with them for a while.
Yeah, it's
so
weeks. It's weeks of travel, so I assume we all get acquainted at some point.
I can't
Yeah,
read the
we
same
don't-
book
we
of
don't
haiku for more than like 2 weeks tops.
Not only would you probably get acquainted, you would most likely
Room.
ascertain quite quickly that the player characters are the ones sort of not involved with the mafia. And importantly, Derek, you learned that this venture is being funded by the mafia.
Oh.
Oh darn! I'll be damned. So that's
Well,
why
I d-
everyone's last name
Well,
ended.
when I
vowel.
found out, well, when I would have found out that, I would have approached Clinton discreetly, a little discreetly at least, and basically just say, Professor Clinton, why are you working with the mafia on this?
Oh, what? Oh, Derek, yes. Well, you know what? Don't worry about it. Funding has to come from somewhere. This isn't the only dig site you've been on where it's less than on the
Oh.
up and up.
Well, I can't deny that, but it just sets me uneasy. But I suppose so long as they don't try to start shooting us, it'll be fine.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we arrived pretty easily.
I would have been.
No random
Therefore-
sea monsters attacked us.
No random sea monsters attack.
Not random ones, but we're due for 2. You know.
We're actually gonna take our hour break here before
Okay.
landing in Shang.
Sure. Well, we can do that. Guys, we will be back in about 3 to 2 minutes, depending on how long people take to do their tiddlywinks.
Maybe as
and-
many as 5 or 6.
Yeah, well,
Who knows?
some
Tiddlies need
people
some
take
winking.
a long time to tiddlywink. So we'll be back. Don't go anywhere. There'll be more of this to come. Hour number 3 of 4. And yeah, we'll be back.
Okay.